What is up, beautiful people? It is your favorite homegirl, Essence Regine. I know I have not been here in a while, but forgive me. Charge it to my mind and not my heart, please, and thank you. If you're here watching this video, then you're probably interested in becoming a real estate agent. Voila. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure your notification bell is on so you don't miss any of the updates. Getting into real estate, obviously it has its pros and its cons. Good and bad, ugly, happy. That's what everything though, right? I mean, what you get out of real estate is what you put into it. So if you're putting in work, if you're doing, forgive me. Like you get out what you put in, pretty much. So if you're putting in the work, you're making phone calls, you're door knocking, calling your sphere, you're gonna get that back, regardless of how long it may take. It's gonna have to come back to you. But if you're on your couch waiting on your phone to ring, then you're probably still gonna be waiting on your phone to ring. Trust me, I know. Disclaimer is I was originally licensed in Virginia, but I am practicing in North Carolina. So I'm licensed in both Virginia and North Carolina. Now, the rules are very similar, but you really would need to look it up for your state because it's dependent on the state, honestly. But I have looked it up for both because I'm licensed in both. So here we go. Before you can even go and apply for or sign up for the class, you must be 18 years old. Easy, right? Or you're eligible for the real estate exam. You decide, okay, do I want to take this course online or would I prefer an in-person course? Now, me personally, I wanted to zoom right by you. I wanted to complete my class on my own term. Like I didn't want to have to wait until certain days for class. We have them on the weekend. It really just depends on the school and the state. So for me, I took my 75 hours online. That was very interesting, I would say. I'm not going to say it was the easiest thing, but for me, it made sense. Like I probably finished the class and taking the exam within a month and a half, something around that time. So you don't have to work around anyone's schedule other than your own. It just depends upon the person, you know? What's the number 3? So when you're done with your 75 hours, you must take a final exam. Now you have to pass this final exam to even be promoted to the actual factual exam. And in some states, you have to actually register for that exam. Now, sometimes there may be a waiting period. Sometimes it happens immediately. As soon as you go in, register, they'll tell you congratulations. You are authorized to take the state exam and national exam. For me, it was proctored. So I went to a proctoring site. This exam, there is a fee. For me in Virginia, there was a fee of $60. I passed on the 3rd time. 3 times the charm. Now, I do know some people that passed on the 1st time. I know some people that passed on the 2nd time. I know some people that passed on the 4th or 5th time. And I know some people that it's taking them the full 7 attempts. So there's no race here. That's up to you, you know. I did prepare for my exam with note cards. Note cards are my thing. Note cards, Prep Agent. Prep Agent on YouTube, he is phenomenal. He literally pretty much gives you note cards. I know some people request to come on his lives and thank him and things like that. Like literally, that's probably how I found him. Prep Agent is that guy. Also, if you're in North Carolina, Travis Everett. Now, mind you, I did not take my test initially in North Carolina. I was in Virginia, but I used Travis Everett. The rules that were different, if I can talk, the rules that were different, he would tell you if it varies by the state. But Travis Everett is the GOAT. Do you hear me? The GOAT. And that's what I did to study. Like, I knew the information, like missing it by 1 point. So it's really me just being afraid. So the last time I'm like, okay, I really had to become my coach. Sis, you got this. I got to the front, I told sis, I'm like, this is gonna be your last time seeing me. I could promise you that. And I finished, and guess what I told her on my way out? I told you this would be your last time seeing me. And it was. You're only gonna be able to know your score if you fail. So like I made a 74 once and I made a 73 the next time. So you need a 75. If you pass, they're not gonna tell you your score. So as long as it was above 75, I'm cool, you know? Because once you get your license, it's a completely different world, let's say. Like what you learn in class, it's the law, but it's not getting a client. They're not teaching you things like that. Congratulations, you have your license. Now, where do I hang my license? What brokerage are you going to choose? Now, this is very, very, very important. And I say that because where you hang your license matter. Like you want to have people that are actually going to help you, because this is a new field. Like anything else, you need to learn, and you really want to have a good mentor. Like you want someone that's really going to be helping you, someone that's just saying that they're going to help you, because that has happened to me. That's a story for another day, but you want to interview them. Like most times you go to a job, they're interviewing you, and you want to interview them. Like figure out why you're wanting to go with them, why you should work with them, why should you hang your license with them. Like my first one, and they were just so amazed. They actually gave me an extra 10% on my commission split because of it. So you never know what would happen if you actually interview them. True story, by the way. Now, it's up to you if you want to start looking while you're taking the class, or if you would prefer to wait until after the class. Smart, because I feel like you should really just focus on passing the class, because if you never pass the class, then guess what? You're never going to get to searching for a brokerage anyways. So you'll have an idea of who you're wanting to lean towards or things like that. It really just depends upon you and what you're wanting to do. It's really, really, really important. And that's probably another topic for another day. So comment below if you would like to see me break down why you should choose a particular brokerage, why I chose the brokerage that I chose. Initially, I wanted a boutique firm. I honestly wanted to be attached to a smaller company, and that is not what happened. Comment below if you would like to hear the story on why I chose the brokerage that I chose. These are the steps that you would follow in order to become a realtor.
Be 18 years or older, pay for a course, pass the class, pass the final exam with a 75% or higher. Once you pass the exam, that is when you hang your license with a brokerage. Now, if you have any questions,
comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, save it for later. But most importantly, turn your notification bell on, because you just don't want to miss the goods, period. Thanks for watching me all the way to the end, and I will see you guys on the next one. Be good, be smooth.